Hello, Final Fantasy One Randomizer fans. Welcome to the Summer Co-op Tournament. We have Game 1 of the Breen Fiends versus Pizza Power. I'm here in the booth with my friend and teammate, Scar. Scar, how you doing?
I'm doing all right. These crops are scuffed. I'm fixing them.
Fair enough, fair enough. As some of you know who might be in the tournament or following it, Game 1's not really being restreamed, so this is not the most professional or official restream that we've ever done, but we're here.
Yeah, they should be starting in about a minute. I think I've got them pretty well synced on account of crossing my fingers.
That'll be fun. Of note, we don't actually have anyone separate from us doing this, so Scar's going to do his best to track. Bear with us. I don't know if we got a chance to check out the blur things on these classes. It looks like we had a forced thief and a forced white mage.
Yeah, I can take a quick peek at the blur sings. Maybe even put them in chat if I remember where the blur spoiler item is.
Danny approves of your impromptu Breen Fiends banner. Thank you, Danny.
Thank you. Alright, I am putting them in the chat. Ignore the black belt because there are no black belts in this flag set. Oh, and then it's not formatted at all. So, Fighter's got Cat Claw and some luck. Thief's got extra HP and luck.
Nice.
The Red Mage has one extra MP of every level and 10 hit percent. White Mage gets fighter armor and resists death, earth, and poison. Black Mage gets extra level 1 MP and extra agility. Extra agility always appreciated on the squishy Black Mage.
Those are some pretty nice blur things all around. I mean, the fighter's a little lackluster comparatively, but in a vacuum, that's 15 luck is still very good. I wouldn't have been surprised if the thief was not forced to see some people not take one. That black belt also is. Oh no, strength doesn't affect their unarmed damage, does it? Never mind. Not correct.
Doesn't affect their unarmed damage, and the black belt doesn't matter because there are no black belts in this flag set. Couldn't have taken one if they tried.
Yeah, we did see Maddie's party real quick. Looks like she took Thief Fighter black-red, or black-white rather. It'd be interesting to see if anyone took a red mage. Oh, looks like we're off.
Yep, and that is Crescent Lake. Very early. That's a free key item. That's a shop. Most importantly, it's an inn to heal. There are very often times. It looks like even the mermaids are early.
Mermaids.
So a lot of early loot, a lot of early opportunities at items and spells. Hopefully my mic is being captured.
I mean, I can hear you just fine. Maybe I should mute the stream so you can hear you.
And I realize that putting myself on push talk in Discord isn't going to help with me when I'm doing the whole restream and talk at the same time because my Discord audio isn't what's being captured by OBS. I'm intelligent.
I mean, I think you are.
That makes one of us. I try not to think too hard.
I'm a little jealous of the super kind start. We've done probably about half a dozen practices. I don't think we've ever had either a starting town immediately, or B, a Corneria or Corneria Castle that did not have a huge dungeon attached to it. This is Is it the right flag set? This feels a little too easy.
I think this is the right flag set technically. Um, and thank you, Danny. I think we're at a point
Imagine.
where I can actually track. I can track and talk at the same time. It was the last little bit of restream setup that was throwing me off.
I mean, you're welcome to hop in and help if you want to, Danny. Yeah.
Yeah, I won't
I think
stop
we're
you,
good.
but I think I've got it from this point.
All right. Looks like Uber is heading off to the left, while Maddie is heading off to the right. We can see both locations.
Yep, and notable for those that haven't taken a look at the flags yet, uh, the bridge to Lefane is on, so our runners can run all the way up to Lefane, find 4 gas in a box. That's that's great for later.
Yeah, we're not going to take that right now, but hopefully they're writing that down. That's a good amount of XP. So we got Sky 3 and Topher. We're getting some looting in. 2 XP chests. That's
Ooh,
huge.
and in okay, so is TNT in the from the old men in Crescent Lake. So both teams have the TNT. Both teams can turn that in, and would you look at that? Maddie gets a TNT, and as she needs to
Just
turn
in
it
time.
in, right in time, perfect timing, some coordination there.
Ooh, the Adamant was the Sky incentive. Uber just found that, so they'll get to not have the double dip dwarf.
I believe Dark Moon's sprites are Ninja Turtles. Um, Dark Moon and Maddie both playing with custom sprites. Oh, people are disagreeing in chat as to whether or not those are Ninja Turtles. I think they're Ninja Turtles. They look like Ninja Turtles.
Pretty sure those are the Ninja Turtle sprites from the NES game.
Oh, they're
Like the original.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles being corrected, being actually.
Oh, I see.
I suppose
Well, strictly
are there
speaking,
other Ninja
only.
Turtles in the pop culture? Are there some other ninjas I should be worried about?
I mean, not that I'm aware of, but I don't know. I don't follow pop culture.
Ah, that's fair. And they found Topher. Woobear's fighting Garland. Where
What
Topher?
is this seed?
This is a very kind seed
This
so
is too
far.
friendly. We need to
Oh,
reroll
and
this.
they found a Kraken. Ah, no, we can let them have a good one. It's just game 1. We can let them have an easy seed as a treat. And besides, we haven't even seen all of it.
I mean, you're right. There is a lot of seed left. Yeah.
Oh, I forgot to start the timer.
Yeah. Well, fortunately, all of our runners are probably running timers on stream, and the race room is keeping track of the official time.
Okay,
But I
all
mean, we
right.
can go ahead and start it now, I guess.
Yeah, I'm gonna do what I do in when I forget to start the timer on other restreams. We're gonna set it to a bit that they're a little ahead. Oh, they're already ahead. Okay, 5 seconds. There. Okay. It is now synchronized to Peasants' timer. Thank you, Peasants, for running a timer on screen. Woobear. Oh no, that was Woobear's timer. Peasants forgot to start his.
Well, we have some backups. It's all good.
It's all good.
Northwest is Cordelia Castle. That is just
They found everything.
wildly
They've got all of
convenient.
it.
This is
I thought I was gonna be able to. Okay. I see a ship. I see.
ship from Northwest goes to Elfland.
That is not where they got the ship. They got the ship in Provoca because that was from peasants turning in the TNT.
Oh.
The ship was from the TNT. Okay, there's a bottle on screen. The official tracker looks different from my tracker, so it's gonna take me a second to find everything.
The bottle's the one with the B on it that looks like a bottle.
Looks like a jug,
The Adam's the
honestly.
one with the A that looks like a barb.
Yeah. I just haven't seen.
I don't think that. Darkmoon is just about to pick it up. It is in the location he is currently in.
All right. Oh, and that is a loose chime for our for Maddie and Darkmoon for Pizza Power. Chime looks like a bell.
Yeah, this flag set has 3 loose items.
And they already have. Okay, so judging from the location Wuber is in, they have the canal. I imagine that's what the adamant turns into.
Probably, yeah. There's our boy Sarda.
With a French vanilla ruby. Normally you need the ruby to get to Sarda, and now he gives you the ruby. The ruby is kind of useless, is what I'm imagining you were going to say. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, the 2 main spots where you have 2 locations that are gated kind of without other travel means are either Bahamut's Island, which we can just sail to, or West Titan's Tunnel and Vanilla Sarda. So if we find, that that's where that goes, that could be something that gates something, but probably that ruby is just not going to come into play.
Yeah, it's fun when it is. Most time it isn't.
We found the bottom of Marsh Cave. This is an incentive location. Well, Marsh Cave at large is, so we might find something here. Maddie's found some
and a vanilla crown. Not in the right chest, but still vanilla. Yeah, volcano.
All right. I believe that's all 3 of our loose items, right?
That's quick.
Unless unless that ribbon wasn't incentivized, I didn't hear. I had the stream muted, so I didn't hear us echo. So I don't know if it played a little jingle or not.
It is on Peasants' audio, so unless Peasants picked it up, I don't think so.
All right.
Or we wouldn't have heard if Peasants didn't pick it up.
Looking out for let's Mirage 1. Sky incentive has already been found, so there's not really much looting to be done here unless you're looking for money. It looks like that whole thing was in Elf Castle.
Okay.
Dark Moon's found the Topher in Dwarf Cave. Looks like he's poking around to see if there's anything useful in these chests. Silver bracelet +6, that's pretty alright.
Yeah, I'll never scoff at a silver bracelet. Well, when I have the room to pick it up.
And some XP, and a beer potion. Alright. Early XP in this flag set can definitely be important, because normally, this card I can tell you from our practice, you don't just start with a town available and the ability to buy anything, so being able to get some levels early is helpful for spell slots and other such things. Though we still haven't found anywhere to buy early spells. No Lefane, no Corneria, Provoca, Elf, etc.
Plenty of those high-level spells. Onrak. Did we spy Melmond? Oh, Oxy for sale in Onrak. Isn't that clever?
Huh, that's convenient. Maddie has the money. I assume she's going outside to save and is going to go dive that.
The ribbon... So incentivized gear does not get shared. Only the key items.
Correct.
So... Luckily, the runners are allowed, they're co-op, they're in voice chats, they're talking to each other, so hopefully they write down where that incentivized ribbon is and tell their partner where it is, so that their partner can double back and get it when they need it. Which, probably be for the Fiend kills and Topher. With the scaling...
Oh, sorry.
Oh, I was just going to talk about the scaling. It's boss stats are 200%. They're vanilla, and the boss HP is 200 to 350%.
Yeah, bosses in this flag set can be thick.
Yeah.
Thick like oatmeal. Unfortunately for Maddie, that Oxio that she spent 19,000 gold on just got her a chest with 65,000 gold in it. It's the bottom of that. Oxio chain was just the Cardia treasury room.
I mean,
nothing important.
Net positive on cash, at least. Gotta look on the bright side. Oh, and
Yeah,
there
I mean,
is Melmond for Uber. He doesn't have a
oh
slab
boy,
yet.
Wilmot.
Melmond with level 5 spells and with the fast and temper on the same level. Temper promotion locked.
Yeah, nice to see that those are available, though. Unfortunately, they won't be available for a ninja later.
Yeah. Um. Oh, and exit. So the white mages, our runners were forced to take white mages. So, but they're kind of incentivized to do so anyways because white mages get 50% extra XP in this flag set, which means they'll get their level 5 slots earlier, which means getting the level 5 exit will be useful for Uber. Like you saw that he's
Yeah, I mean,
already got the level 5 slots. We're 12 minutes in.
absolutely. And on this flag set, unlike a lot of them, actually looking at level 7 and 8 white magic is a good thing to do because you will actually get those spell slots, something that doesn't always happen. There's a loose ribbon in Sea Shrine left, which was in, I believe, Titan's East.
Oh, I think this is in
We know we're
Bahamut's Island.
two.
And this is the
Oh,
TFC floor. Everybody's favorite
wow.
floor. Got a big C on it.
Favorite floor to have an incentive in exactly that locked one chest. Never happened to us, though.
Yeah, it never happens.
Don't remember if we found an item in the mermaid floor we found at the beginning. Is that where we got that TNT from, or is that from somewhere else?
TNT was from the Sages, I believe.
Oh, okay. So I think we do still have an outstanding C incentive.
That would
Which would explain
explain why
Uber
Uber's looting it.
all of the chests in here, yeah?
Not peeking at those chests with X's on them. Monsters in boxes.
Yeah, it's a tough
Though,
sell not having found any spells yet. I mean, you
yeah.
do have some levels, so you might be able to hack down some lower mid-tier kind of enemies. But if you open that box and it's 4 rock golems or something, and suddenly they're unrunnable, that's not great.
Yeah. I mean, even like early enemies unrunnable when you don't have spells are annoying enough to be a pain.
Yeah, you do at least start with some equipment this flag set, so you probably have at least one serviceable weapon.
Yeah, it looks
You got
like
axe and wolves
an
in there.
axe on the fighter, yeah. Oh, and a loose saber bonk in the volcano. Because it's Peasants' audio, I got the jingle.
All right, so that is all are loose, and that ribbon was not loose. Interesting.
Yeah, just a regular old ribbon laying around, one of the 2 shuffled ribbons.
Looks like Maddie has joined Woobear in the Sea Shrine floor. Bahamut's Island?
Yes, Bahamut's Island.
Woobear went left first. Maddie appears to be a right firster. Nope, Maddie appears to be. Oh, yeah, okay. Maddie is a right firster, so we'll see what's on the other side. So far, we have Rod Floor on the left, and the right side is Sky 2. We already have our Sky incentive.
Yeah, this is just a play at gear, I'm guessing.
Ooh, that is a rough box.
Oh, I didn't even see. I
Chimeras
saw
are
Chimeras, I
not
looked
playing.
away. What do they have?
Toxic, which hit everyone except for slot 4. Another notable thing about this flag set is fixed RNG is on, which means every time you open that box and get in that fight, the exact same things will happen.
Yep. It is great for grinding. It is terrible for grinding.
It's great for Topher, and it is terrible for Topher. It does turn sort of a higher scaled Topher like this, though, into more of a puzzle, which can be kind of fun. Because
Oh,
usually
yeah.
there is some way to use the fixed enemy actions to your advantage. You just have to kind of figure it out.
It also adds an element of teamwork, right? Because everyone's going to be, if you get into tow for a couple minutes before your teammate, you get to call out what the Fiends do, and
Yeah,
your teammate will have an easier time getting through most of the time. Sometimes with the scaling and the skills, it just is hard.
yeah, watch out. Carrie's going to turn one punch your white mage to death twice over. So maybe swap your ranges before you go into the fight.
Oh, and Woobear has located some pirates.
Oh, Provoca.
The Provoca.
Huge. Level 2 spells.
Level 2 spells, pretty big.
Fade and Fire 3. All right.
Oh, yeah. Very useful spells, especially at the low level. That's the Canoe.
Huge. That opens up a good amount of exploration. We have access now to Waterfall, Ordeals, and Ice Dungeon, or Ice Cave and Volcano. I can do is a Mirage.
Oh yeah, with the docks on.
Down.
With the docks on, you don't get. There's the northern docks, the Bahamut dock. Just those two docks. The northern docks is for both the Mirage Desert and Onrak, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Eddie has located another floor volcano deeper on the right side of that sea split and top of Bahamut's Island. Looking for some more loot.
Maybe more specifically hunting for XP chests. They aren't quite as common as they might be in other flag sets, but a few thousand experience points, even when split upon amongst the party, is always welcome.
Yeah, and while the flag is on that trap chests have better loot, there is not enough trap chests to accommodate all of the rare and unique loot. So you will sometimes find loose ungated ribbons, good swords, that kind of stuff. So, if you don't have anything yet, it can certainly be worth just taking a peek.
Yeah, especially if you're paying close attention to your encounter cycle and know that you have enough space to take a couple of extra chests. And good items like the Dragon Sword Weber just found heading down the sea floors.
I'm not sure I'd call the Dragon Sword a good item, but
Dragon Sword plus 5.
Sword.
It's a serviceable sword.
I mean, alright, anything plus 5 is pretty good.
And this is going to be the first orb we see lit on screen. This is Lich.
To die again.
Yes.
I assume he died originally.
Maybe or
Is that
something
part of
close
becoming
to
a
it.
Lich canonically? Do you have to die, or
You
do
become
you sort of skip that step?
Maybe you skip that step. It is unclear to me. The lore is not, it's not deep and extensive. Oh, a hint: the rod is in Ice Cave. Hints are on. That's very easy to forget with the shuffled towns that hints are on.
Hints are on?
Yes. I forgot to.
I think I've checked 2 hints total in all of our practice.
Hey, when you're usually focused on getting through, and it's like,
okay, got drilled out of me in Winter Tournament to just not bother talking to them because they weren't going to tell you anything.
Yeah. This Lich has not been kind. I saw a Blaze, but it's down for Woobear. And we'll see where it is. See, it's Lich is in Ordeals. What an ordeal.
Yeah.
Oh, it looked like Life 2 was on level 5 as well.
That is some,
or on level 2 as well.
Extremely good white magic.
Yeah.
And that should be fighter vulnerable, which is very, very helpful.
Yep. Oh, and Maddie found a Zap gauntlet. I imagine over the Zeus gauntlet.
20% of the time works every time.
I mean, when you've got nothing else to do or when you're stuck. And this is...
Yeah.
It looks like Woobear has found a Gaia as well.
We have the bottle.
Oh, Maddie's about to get her level 5 exit.
Finding out level 7 magic is kind of not great, which is good. I'm not going to get a lot of charges for that anyway.
Yeah.
Level 8 has the 3. There's lock 2, which would be nice to get, but I think we'll be alright without it. Lock 1 is around somewhere. Ooh, life is level 8. That's unfortunate.
It is. There's what makes this hard. Is that life is at level 8.
There's our cube from the fairy. Peasant's taking a trip to Baroka to pick up some level 2 spells, it looks like.
Yeah, Life 2, huge, especially now that we know that now that Woobear and Peasants know that Life 2, or that Life 1 is nigh inaccessible.
Not easily accessible, yeah.
I think a lot of grinding to get to the point where you
your
have...
White Mage is going to get a few charges of that, but not very many.
Heal 3 also useful.
Darkmoon's found the volcano treasury.
Yep. Oh, and Maddie has found the ribbon in the sea as well.
All right.
Oh, Maddie has 2 ribbons already. Hopefully Darkmoon
Yeah, she was
is
the one
able
that
to...
found that other ungated ribbon.
Oh, okay, okay. With 4 people going on, it's hard to... You miss it sometimes.
It is a lot to pay attention to, for sure.
And a confused shirt over the black shirt. Useful for exactly carry. Maybe.
Yeah. I like the gumption here from Woobear trying to take on this Tiamat. It's they got a Brack Axe, you know?
Yeah?
Tiamat not doing a whole lot either, so not going as badly as you might think. He's casting some holes and some level 2 elementals. I mean, this Brack is not firing either, but... Alright. This time, for sure. Hey, there it is.
And there it is.
7th time works every time.
Yep.
This is pretty huge for peasants and Woobear. They now are getting an additional 100% experience.
Oh yeah,
and
100% experience per orb is ginormous.
Never have to come back to this waterfall, which I imagine is why Woobear took a swing at that, is to just not have to spend the time going all the way back up there.
And Lefane has been found. So all magic available. Ruse on level 4 is unfortunate. You sometimes like to put Ruse on your fighter once they're promoted, because even though the Ruse stick is incentivized, if it's incentivized at the bottom of your last chain, having Ruse on your fighter is a reason not to go for it.
Yeah, I mean, level 4 Ruse, if there's not a lot of competition, is good for the White Mage, though. Being able to cover themselves in some of the Topher fights is certainly nice.
Yep. Darkmoon has found the Saberbonkin volcano. It looks like he's taking a moment to write it down, because that is a very important thing to know.
Yeah, you don't want to miss that. With that scaling we were talking about, that is fairly essential if you want to hit Chaos and deal any damage with pretty much any weapon. Looks like Ice Cave is our marsh split, so Woobear is going to be here for a minute.
Yeah, but Woobear knows he's going to find the rod on a floor 2 because of the hint. Just which of these is actually floor 2 in the split?
Which one counts as floor 2? Yeah, I'm not sure.
I don't know.
I believe Marsh Top is Marsh 2, so it's probably that one, assuming it keeps that same sort of logic. But
then it would be loose, because he's in Marsh, because he's up from. I don't know. That is something we'll have to look into. Oh, we were wrong about one of the looses.
Were we?
Yeah, because he just got a loose rod.
Fair enough.
Oh, level 6 had nuke.
Nice to have.
It is a slight advantage for Maddie and Darkmoon, because both peasants. Oh no, peasants took a red mage. Woobear took a black mage.
Everyone else seems to have taken a black mage, so peasants actually have a nuke charge no matter what level it is.
Well, the problem with the red mage is that they don't learn level 6 spells until promotion.
Yeah. They may not even get access to that, potentially.
Yeah. And apparently an herb was found.
Okay.
Which leads to the slab.
Yeah, we know where Melmond and Lefane are. It's all coming together pretty fast.
Yeah.
Got some more Sea Shrine action. This is the floor with no loot.
Oh, Maddie has found a katana plus 5. That's gonna be huge. For Darkmoon, at the similar time, found just a nice sword. Which, the ice sword is a nice sword, but it's just a nice sword.
Woobear found another part of Marsh, but they already found the Marsh incentive, so they left.
Oh, and Matoya has been found. It would appear that a crystal hasn't been.
No, I think the crystal is still outstanding.
Crystal is still outstanding.
They're gonna show us what Crescent is. I don't think we've been here yet.
Oh no, we have.
Oh, it's Lefane.
It's Lefane. So I imagine he's buying spells. Perhaps while Peasants goes to translate the slab, there'd be some good synergy and routing.
Yeah, makes sense. You want to try and always be doing something, even if you're waiting on key items to show up. Looks like Maddie is checking out this rod floor. I don't know that they have found the rod on their side yet, though.
Well, we'll find out soon.
We'll find out in just a moment. Talking finding my least favorite enemy, the wizard. Hate these guys.
Yeah, the wizard's not as cool as the sorcerers.
Sorcerers are way cooler.
The sorcerer is also much deadlier.
In vanilla.
In vanilla. And
typically in the rando, sorcerers are way less deadly.
Yeah. With the whole death touch being shuffled, but they still have, higher base stats. And with the wild stat randomization, that can happen. Oh, slab has been translated. And turned it. And that nets the crystal.
And Darkman trying to make good use of this Confuse shirt. Confuse has the enemy cast basically Fire 1 on their allies and or themselves.
Oh.
And improved fire or improved level 1 spells is on in this flag set. So Fire 1, Ice 1, Lit 1, and Harm all do the same damage as the level 3 versions of those spells, but just to a single target. So these wizards will hit themselves pretty hard if these confuses actually land, but that seems to not be cooperating.
Yeah, I don't know if wizards are immune to status, or if this is just a lot of unluck.
They're immune to all the elements except or resist to all the elements except for lit, so it wouldn't surprise me if they have a bunch of other resists.
Woobear has located an additional ribbon in what is the Lich Armory.
All right. Not too hard to fight for it either.
Oh, and Pro Rings plus 6 available for sale in Provoca. That is a good. I like buying Pro Rings.
I don't.
A Pro Ring plus 6 is good armor, and everyone can wear it.
It is. I think personally, it would have to be called up pretty early to run for me to be looking at stopping by the shop to pick them up.
Yeah, I'd say about 30 minutes in is pretty good, pretty early.
Yeah, if it's in the town I haven't gone to yet, I think I would stop to pick them up. I don't know that I would go back out of my way to go get them.
Oh, for sure.
Unless there was a situation where I was trying to do ribbonless fighter and I really needed one.
And that is the canoe for Maddie and Darkmoon.
Alright, Pizza Power getting to take that pizza down the river. Onward to new adventures. They're also eliminating some wizards. Good job, River. Thank you. Wizards showing off their fire resistance for him. Fade, though, they don't resist that.
No, nothing resists Fade as far as I know. It does tend to roll 80, but...
Yeah.
Like there, rolled 86 for Maddie, which is unfortunate. But so unfortunate as to be expected, I would say.
I mean, this T-Rex is nice if this was off, a predictable part of the walk cycle.
Yeah.
Although it does seem pretty burly. And it's punching very hard. So it may not necessarily be that viable as a grind, but we'll see what they do with it.
I'd say it was worth scouting, see if there's a turn Zap works on, see if it is burly or not.
Yeah, I think the answer is it is yes HP, and it is not interested in being zapped today, thank you.
Yeah, the base HP for a T-Rex is what, 600?
Something like that.
It is pretty gargantuan. Oh, let's see if I can't get Dark Moon stream
Bear's gone back to grab his Saber Bump, which is great. And Peasants has found that katana, so Bear will probably end up having that at some point. Darkmoon found the carry floor, and then their stream died?
Their stream is not dead. I just need to re-grab it.
Uh-huh.
Computer hitched for just long enough to call me mean names.
I guess we do have the crystal because Darkmoon is turning it in, or at least they have the crystal. Oh, Woodbear also has the crystal. I completely missed what the crystal turned into.
Okay.
Weaver picked up the key from somewhere. That might have been the crystal? Oh no, we're getting purple screened on Darkmoon's side.
Yep, it is not wanting to stay launched. Come on. Behave. Okay.
It's a little bottom right corner focused, but it's at least streaming again.
Oh, that is a duplicate of Woobear's screen.
Oh, that is a duplicate of Woobear screen. Oh, so it was Woobear that just turned in their crystal, not Darkmoon. Okay, that makes a little bit more sense. And the floater comes from the key, so Peasants and Woo will be in the sky shortly. And they can check off these last few locations, namely Gaia and the rest of the Cardia Islands. There's our tail from the robot, wherever that was. Always nice to be able to promote. That was a lock. A lock something +4. Look, that is the defense sword stats?
Yeah. Usually when it's like a lock something. I think that's the one. There is an item, I really wish I knew which one it was, that just never has and Darkmoon's back. They're in the river system.
Alright. Yeah, I believe the defense is the one that doesn't have a icon, because I don't think it does normally.
Yeah, that way, because it steals the icon to have some extra letters. And Maddie has found a Lich.
Lich has decided to blaze it.
Yeah.
Also appears to be getting cooked back in return. Fire 3s and Fates coming out.
Oh, it looks like Maddie also got that dragon sword. And that is the Fiend of Earth defeated for pizza power. What kind of topping would Lich order?
I don't know. Some kind of one of those like fermented Scandinavian fish things. Something like that.
Oh, you think that his taste buds have rotted, so he needs something really strong to actually taste anything? I understand.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. The sense of taste is just so dulled from, being dead that it's really got to punch him right in the nose for him to taste anything.
Oh, and it looks like where and Peasants have located the King of Dragons, Bahamut, so they can promote.
What?
And there's the sea incentive, which is one of the
Oh, there's the ribbon.
There's the ribbon, and Pizza Power is getting their cube.
Huge. I think. I don't remember who was buying the cube.
I don't think maybe they haven't found the floor yet. I don't think Maddie and Darkmoon have found the floor, so it is big for them in terms of routing of not having to double back.
Yeah. Did we find our shop item?
It was
We
the
must have,
Oxyale
'cause-
in Onrak.
Oh, that's right. I forgot because of how irrelevant that ended up being.
Yes, it ended up being worthless, but it is valuable to have anyways.
80% the less than greater than floor. Usually exciting, but we've already found our sky incentive, so we don't care about those 10 chests. And Ice Cave, which is non incentivized. I found out the
Oh
other
yeah.
day when we were practicing.
Maddie
So it'll be
found
interesting to see if who sticks around. No, he
Maddie
doesn't.
found cat claws for sale, and the fighter has improved cat claw. So she made a play I think is good of actually buying one. Crown turns into the loot.
A Cat Claw is basically a Vorpal with 3 less pluses. It is not a good weapon.
Um, yeah, but it's the best Maddie has right now.
The Dragon Sword +5. That is probably better than the Cat Claw. Well, alright, maybe not with
I
the
think with improved
elemental
cat
damage
claw,
bonus with the improved, sure.
I think with improved cat claw, your cat claw is better than your dragon sword.
But with the defense sword +4 we found, that is probably better than the Cat Claw.
Oh, and the Castle Ordeals, which is incentivized, has been located.
There we go. That will probably be our loot.
No, loot was from the crown.
Oh, we have the key, so.
And there is the key, so they
Oh, this will
are.
be our ruse stick. That's the.
That'll be the
incentive.
ruse stick, and then, which is why they're both there. They both know it's the ruse stick. They've both whittled it down to that.
Yeah, usually, the last 20% or so of FF1 seeds, you kind of know where things are because you've run out of things to do in places that things can be.
Yeah, the logic is well logical. There's the randomness is front loaded.
I like the blueberry sorcerers; those were cool.
Oh yeah.
We're remembering it is random ordeals. Back to grab that chest.
There it is, the ruse stick. There have been many seas where the ruse stick has been the early weapon, I will admit. And a pro ring
I mean, I've
+6.
bonked some things with a +5 ruse stick before.
Yeah, it's not terrible. It is. It definitely gets
It's
immediately.
not great.
It's not. No, it definitely gets immediately overshadowed by anything else that most characters can wear. But you know, ruse stick -9 stays in my inventory.
Oh yeah, ruse is an extremely important ability,
Oh.
especially on these higher scale flag sets because you need to not get hit.
And yeah, and it looks like Kraken was early. Kraken in Matoya's cave. And Bear's going for him.
I assume Peasants is going to find and take out Carrie while he's doing that, so they can then both head over to Topher.
Yep. Did Dark Moon and Maddie get the herb? Because Dark Moon did just find. I didn't see for a second because I was seeing the Kraken.
Yeah, I'm not sure what came from the herb.
Oh, but they found the Fane. Oh, Cure 4 on level 1. That's gargantuan.
That's huge. And Fighter Vulnerable in slot 3.
Yeah?
Right?
Yes.
1 and 2 and 4 that are tricky? Yeah.
So, fighters can learn, or the warrior, the upgraded fighter. And oh, look at that. A Brack on Kraken as well.
Yeah, eighth time's the charm.
Yeah. I mean, a level 2, like even a 200% Kraken isn't going to do a ton to a level 20 fighter. And
No,
there's Carry.
That was a decent timer. All right, they've located the Carry 4.
Oh, Carry is just in Melmond. I imagine that's why we didn't see it, because everyone that found it went in and out.
Yeah. Yeah, Carrie won kind of a scary fight on this flag set. She's not brackable, not baneable, can be confused, but that is the only sort of status spell that works on her. So there's no quick kill, and she punches about as hard as Kraken.
Yeah, and it turns out when you double what is meant to be the first bump in difficulty, it gets real difficult.
Sure does.
Bane on level 4. And there is that promo fast. Or the promo temper.
Yeah, less exciting because it's on the fast level, and you're mostly going to be using those charges to get your fighter fast. But good to have for the cast fight. You might have a few extra tempers to throw out. Let's see. Carrie's not doing a whole lot so far. Taking a decent amount of damage. She punched the thief real hard, it looks like. And punched the thief real hard again. Poor buddy. Red Mage contributing with 1 damage. Good job. Fire 2 comes out. We don't really care. 2 low rolled fades. Oh, no, the second one was not 80 damage. And there we go.
That is Peasants and Wuber in go mode. They attained all the items. Maddie is... Oh, Maddie's... I think Maddie's going to give Carrie a whirl unpromoted. This is bold, and I appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm here for this. Interesting. We better going up to the Tiamat floor in Waterfall, looking for a grind and finding Warbeck.
I think he knew Warmech was there, and he's scouting it, and he's scouting out to see if it's worth it. Because Warmech is pretty solid.
As long as it doesn't nuclear you to death, it's
yeah,
and a really good XP fight.
Warmech's, his abilities pull from the pool of the Topher abilities, so maybe you do want to see him have terrible, awful, no good things, because then you don't have to deal with them in the fights you have to take.
Yeah, absolutely. You kind of want him to, double nuke you, and you're like, that's fine, Warmech, you keep your XP. I know there's only 2 nukes in Topher. 1 nuke? Are there 3 or 4?
So there's 3 nukes, 4 nuclears.
Oh, that's what it is.
Oh, Maddie has X-Fer, going for an X-Fer Zap. Oh, this is fun.
Yeah, I mean, with the fixed RNG, maybe?
I think it's worthwhile. I think it's a good idea.
It's certainly worth a shot.
It's good in the context of what Maddie is doing, of going in kind of underpowered.
Yes, I mean, this is kind of the only way that she's going to get through this fight. The unfortunate problem is X-Fer has the same chance to hit as that unhelped Zap, which is 3 out of 256.
I mean, you're taking 2 shots at it every time.
Yep. Yeah, throw the Quake in there. Let's go, Maddie. No? Alright.
Nah, in Zap she trusts. In Zap she trusts.
4 hits, 4 damage. Not inspiring a lot of confidence in that fighter being able to punch this down.
Yeah, but with, a lock and Cure 4 on deck, it's definitely something you can go for. Like, oh, do the Quake. Ah, she won't do the Quake.
Come on, you coward. Quake. You're throwing X-Fers and Zaps. Why not Quake?
I don't know. Maybe she thinks, or maybe we're wrong about Zap being a 3 and 256. Maybe Zap just has bad accuracy and works at its normal rate against the Fiend 1 fights. That would be my guess.
I don't think they time resist, but they do still have pretty solid magic defense. But the chance to hit them, I think, is still 3 to 256.
Okay.
Our good friend Martin Broadcloak would probably know, and he is not on this call. If anyone in chat knows the answer to that question, feel free to chime in while we display our lack of detailed knowledge of this game.
Yep. You don't need to know a lot to participate in tournaments or be good. Darkmoon found that war mech, and Darkmoon found that war mech far less inviting than the Breen Fiends have.
Yeah, Weaver looks like he's in Topher fighting Lich 2, and Peasants is taking on another war mech.
Oh, I
Did you see
believe.
anything interesting from this war mech? I caught Blaze and Blizzard.
I think that's about it. He
Yeah.
punches hard enough that. So this will be good XP infusion. Oh, he punches hard, and with which is why initially Darkmoon reset out and changed up his party a little bit.
Yeah. Maddie unfortunately bounced off of that carry, so they're going to have to find a new strategy for that.
Carries. Okay, so it is 3 and 256 for the zap. All right.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure carry just has really, really good magic defense. Alright, Warmech down for Peasants. Easy 40,000 XP. Probably all the levels that he needs.
At least enough to go into Topher. And I think that's exactly what Woo Bear did, is scout out Warmech for his partner.
Yep. Carry 2, another potential speed bump with Topher. She can be extremely rude.
I think
again, punches kind of like Kraken, and very resistant to magic.
I do believe. Oh, nuclear. Good to see that earlier than later. As far as amongst the Fiends. Best not to see it at all, but sometimes you can't help it.
Alright, Thief carrying that on their back with that Katana +5.
Oh yeah, Katana +5 is probably the best sword in the game.
3 hits, 35 damage, and that ninja came in with three crits for 500. So.
Ooh. Oh, and Darkmoon wiped the Warmech. That is unfortunate, but it is just right there. So he might go for it again when he's got a little more power under his belt.
Yeah, I mean, that's Tiamat still needs slaying too.
Yeah. Though notably, Warmech has enough base experience. This is something I experienced very early practicing these. If you have multiple orbs lit and kill Warmech with one person alive, your XP can overflow.
Oh, that's not good.
It is not.
I mean, you get like 10,000 XP or something?
Yeah, like 8,000 maybe. But that is the Orb of Air. Yeah, like it overflows and your one person gets far less XP than you expect. Looks like Lich One has Bane.
Okay, that's well, we have 3 ribbons, so not especially effective.
And the Masamune, which has been sent home, it is in and with mid Topher, is in a chest on the Kraken floor.
Yeah, you can fight Kraken and Tiamat with it. And Masa +1 is perfectly serviceable weapon.
Yeah, it looks like oh, and that's the tail. And the robot was very kind. Did something that would have been very kind in other flag sets when the spike tiles are on, just hang out in the doorway. So promotion is available for Maddie and Darkmoon.
Yeah, that'll definitely help out. They'll give him a chance to take swing at that carry again, maybe a little more fighty sort of strats, and not trying to hit those lucky instant deaths. Not necessarily the worst strat in this kind of a flag set, but sometimes you just look at the RNG.
Yeah. And it looks like Woo Bear has swapped to having his ninja be the main DPS of the party, realizing the true value of a Katana +5.
Yeah, I think a higher rolled Masa we might have stuck with the fighter, but that Katana +5 is just going to do a lot more work. The ninja, notably though, a bit squishier.
Yeah, not as much, even with the bonus agility, not as much defense.
Speaking of squishier, that white mage just died in the next 3 seats.
Yeah.
That was 12 hits, 1,300 damage or something out of Kraken?
Yeah, folks, if the next time you take a white mage, they start off dead, you saw it here first.
Yeah, this is it. This is where it all started. Whoop, 11 hits, 975 on the fighter. And we're going to start over. One has life left.
Oh, the herb was from the adamant.
That's a rude Kraken.
Yeah. And hey, Maddie back for the gas dragons from all the way at the beginning of the seed when she initially found. Oh, this is something I wouldn't have remembered.
Oh, this is
This
the kind
is-
of stuff we write down usually.
Yeah, yeah. It would have need so well, either she remembered or she wrote it down, or she saw.
I usually
She
write
went,
it down.
"Oosh."
I remember to go do it. I'm going to remind you.
All right. Or she didn't write it down. She went, "Ooh, shiny, a box," and got rewarded.
Could be. Rune Sword +1 would have been useful 20 minutes ago.
Yeah. It looks like Dark Moon is has taken over as the attempting to defeat Carry player. He's got Quad X.
Yeah.
He's got Fade, which he has renamed Holy with the fun percent options.
That's 2 turns in a row that Fade high rolled, so that's pretty good damage.
Yep, and that is the Orb of Fire lit for Pizza Power. They are loot key, and a Kraken kill from Go mode. And they know where Kraken is. Kraken was very early in the game. I'd say Kraken in 1 is probably the scariest of the first level fiends.
Oh,
generally.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a little more noticeable on lower scaled flag sets because Kraken will still just punch you to death, whereas Carry and Tiamat don't always punch you to death with lower scaling. But yeah, Kraken is he's dangerous. We saw Carry hit 6 or 7 times for 800 damage, and then Kraken absolutely showing her up.
Yeah, Kraken 2 is probably the strongest physical hitting boss in a lot of game. Compared to a lot of.
Oof. 11 hits, 100 damage on Peasant's Red Mage.
Yeah. 4 hits, 480 through at least 1 level of ruse on. Okay, this is the slab for Dark Moon and Maddie from the herb.
Alright. I'm pretty sure that turned into the crystal was turned into the key, which was then the floater. And then the loot was somewhere.
Loot is from the crown, which they have.
Oh, so Northwest Castle was somewhere floater locked, I think. I don't remember these things in our own races when I'm just paying attention to my game and listening to you, so.
Ooh, Peasant's down to 1 fighter against Kraken.
Yeah, I mean, he's bruised up.
It's mostly status.
Gonna get through, and the fighter does have the Life 2 spell, so he'll be able to recover if he gets through this.
Yeah, with enough sabers, any sword can kill any boss. And he's through.
Yeah, cracking down. This is fantastic news for Peasants and Mover. It's a life to our Red Mage, who will get up the rest of the party. Make sure we save those slots on the fighter just in case Tiamat does the same thing of wiping the entire party except the fighter. And life 2 in battle's not on, so no reason to try to conserve those outside of battle.
Yep. Maddie impatiently waiting for the slab translation to come in to receive her crystal.
Common co-op experience. Alright, Tiamat, what you got? I missed your first action. Tiamat's second action is... Drumroll?
Lit 2.
Lit 2. Unexciting. Try to heal up the fighter, put out some nukes maybe. Alright, so Tiamat not punching quite as hard as our friend Kraken.
Oh, Mirage 1 was flipped, which verily confused me.
Yeah, Mirage 1 doesn't bother me as much. Sky 3 and any of the volcano floors that have no like treasure chests just break my brain when they're flipped. Because I don't have any landmarks to like orient myself. It's all just rocks and lava.
Oh yeah. I mean, the horizontal floors flipped is something that sort of just slows down the flag set, and if you can memorize all the flip floors, it's an advantage you have over your opponent. Ooh,
Yeah.
Kraken has slow
Also,
too. Gross.
does that hit the fighter?
I didn't see if it hit, but it looks like it.
Yeah, it's one hit, 19 damage. It probably did. Oh, 2 hits, maybe not. We're gonna need some sabers there, though.
Oh, he got through. He knew Kraken was low. He guessed Kraken was low, unless one of them was unless peasants counted damage, which would be phenomenal. Looks like peasants will be the first to make it to chaos.
Now, do you want the good news or the bad news here? Well, I'll start with the good news. The good news is Peasants has his whole party alive, has a bunch of spell charges, has some good equipment going to this chaos fight.
Is the bad news that
Bad
Uber
news-
doesn't?
No, I don't know about you, but I haven't seen a lot of nukes yet.
Yeah, I saw
Or
nuclear.
nuclears or
saw-
swirls or tornadoes or any of those really nasty spells and abilities. They got to be on somebody. And we saw a good chunk of Kraken and Tiamat's scripts.
Let's just hope they were all, for the sake of the runners, let's hope they were all on Lich. That's possible,
Or
right?
Warmech.
Or Warmech. Though we saw a fair bit of Warmech, too.
Yeah. We could be in for a bumpy ride with this chaos. There's Tornado.
Yeah.
I wasn't trying to speak it into existence, but there's one of those things that we didn't necessarily want to see.
And in the meantime, Maddie and Darkmoon have entered the air, and with the way the key items rolled, they actually only need, They only
they
need...
like to skip a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, they only need to find Northwest Castle. Oh, a dragon armor. That's good armor.
This is good armor.
That's worth taking. They just need to find Northwest Castle and go back for Kraken.
Yeah.
And the cube led to some chests.
Nice. Looks like Chaos decided to do something that didn't matter into ink, which definitely didn't matter. So far, Chaos being kind. There's Thunder. It is a sweeper, but as an elemental spell, it gets resisted by the ribbon, so it's a little less spooky than some of the other stuff.
Yeah.
Elemental ability, I should say. Skill? Whatever they're called.
Ooh, high roll nuclear on the ninja. And Uber
you hate to
is the
see that.
second on screen to make it to chaos.
And the fighter at least has their own Cure 4 charges, so if they take a big hit, they can heal themselves back up. At this point, they're the only one you really need to keep alive.
Yeah.
Some extra tempers on there, and a Cure... Nope.
Heal 3.
Heal 3. See if we can keep these Red Mage around for a little bit longer.
Yeah.
We're out of nukes, we're out of Viz 2s, we're out of fades. All they got left is some Cure 4s.
Alright, Maddie promotes, and Darkmoon finds the ribbon in... This is the
Which
Sharknado
one?
floor. The incentivized one.
Oh, we're going for the Bane. I like this Peasants.
Yeah, what else is he doing?
Back to Tornado.
Oh, and Peasants has defeated Chaos.
Okay.
I have not set their time because the team's time is the time of the slower finish between them.
Yep, they are not done until Bear also gets through this chaos. Although so far Tornado's been the only thing we've seen that was especially scary.
Yeah, Bear taking the Black Mage. The Black Mage is, this is the point. This is the point where Black Mage versus Red Mage shines through. The Red Mage having the healing magic and more HP is more useful in Chaos when the spells roll nice. And there it is. Bear finished.
All right.
With an official time of 1 hour, 2 minutes, and 14 seconds. Let's see if we
Where
can't.
were the nukes, though?
Where were the nukes? I'm betting they were on somebody that doesn't need to have them.
It's probably lit. She's probably hoarding all of them.
Yeah.
Like two of these are mine in vanilla. I'm taking them back.
We'll see if Peasants and Uber will join us for an interview.
Meanwhile, Pizza Power continuing to do some looting. Dark Moon is killing Astalis, which will reward them with their.
They are already in the broadcast waiting room. And we're joined. GG! Congratulations on your Game 1 victory.
Thank you.
GG's.
How
Thank
was
you.
the seed?
That was great.
That was breezy. That was nice.
Yeah, we called out.
It was-
There was nothing at all like any of our practice seats, and that you had a starting town and not a deep dungeon in Corneria.
Yeah. But
do we have a
great town?
Do we have a starting town? We had
Yeah.
Melman's.
No, you had
Crescent.
Crescent.
Oh, Crescent, yeah, but we had cabins, but we didn't have spell charges forever. But that's fine. I mean, like the only thing at the start was just like access to a sweeper or an exit or something. But we got it eventually.
Like, town's cool, but it's not like getting a Lefane or early sweeper magic or something. The bigger one was Topher proper having like 4 XP chests or 5 XP chests in it.
Yeah. We both went there straight away.
The earliest Sky 3 that you found had like 12,000 XP boxes too.
Yeah. Well, no, that was the one I was talking about. It had more.
That's
it
the
was like 24, 25. Because there's 2 at the
actual
top.
Topher. Topher
Yeah.
location, not Topher.
Yeah,
Because that was
sorry.
also early and not way out of the way.
That was in.
This also
Dwarf.
Yeah, so Castle was mermaids, and then so we both did that like at the start, and then we both went to Topher after we picked up multiple
Sky
experience chests. Yeah,
Yeah.
so it
Had
was.
a Brack Axe and 25,000 of XP. It's just like, I got the 2
definitely-
and Peasants like, and I got the other 2. I'm like, no, get up here and grab these right quick. It's like I don't want to track over what you done. It's like, nah, 4 chests, we're good.
So there was a bunch of stuff going on the other side of the screen while you two were diving through Topher. Did you see any of the nukes that are in the pool? Because we kept waiting for Chaos to have them because we hadn't seen anything rough on any of the other Fiends or Warmech.
I know
think so.
Carrie
Think-
had nuclear.
Yeah, we saw the
Yeah.
one nuclear.
I don't know if anything else that we saw had anything.
I guess Chaos had nuclear as well. Don't think we saw a nuke unless it was on. Was it on one of the regular fiends like Carrie? I actually don't even know.
No,
Yeah,
well,
we
it
have no
can't.
idea. That's why we're
Can't.
asking.
Yeah,
Well,
Don't
you
think
could
so.
have
Could've
nuke,
missed
but it would
it,
be
maybe.
from the monster pool, not from the
monster pool. Yeah, not from the
Yeah.
boss pool. We did a lot of Warmech. Like I saw a lot of Warmech's thing, and he didn't have nuke
anything.
either.
No.
Yeah,
So it must
he
have been
actually
like
had really
Lich,
low level spells.
must have been like
Yeah,
Lich or
Lich-
something, and maybe Carrie 2, because Carrie 2 didn't last too long either.
Yeah, I didn't see the nuclear on Carrie too, but Weaver said she had it.
It wasn't too big of a roll, so it's fine. It was fine.
Everything's fine.
That Warmech was rather friendly though, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Into a bunch, and he perfectly killed my 2 mages because I didn't care about them. So my my thief and the fighter get all the XP, and it was great.
We were unable to do a lot of like trap chests early because of the
No
because of just
sweepers.
not having sweepers and things. But by the time I found Lefane and then I went to go pick up the slab and the one trap chest, I was like, oh, there's one here, I'll go do it. And it had a katana +5 in it. And I was like, oh, well, this is dope. Maybe we better go get that. Because that is an extremely nice weapon
Yeah,
to
so
have.
I'm trying to switch over to carrying with the thief, with the ninja with that, and then the ninja just died.
I
Yeah.
was like, great, I guess backup, ruse, and saber, or whatever.
For me, I kept my red and my ninja dead for so long, like so much of the seed that even with the war mech, he was still like 6 or 7 levels behind. He still pulled his weight for being the secondary carry, but
Oh yeah, katana +5, it'll do that.
yeah, it's hard to just expect a katana +5 to come out of the trap chest you decide to do.
Which I saw that and I was like, nope, no sweepers. See ya. No, but yeah, it worked out perfectly too with a bunch of the items, like the saber bonk and stuff, where he found it, and I was like, all right, I'll get crystal and I'll go there and I'll grab that.
Yeah,
And
because
then
it finished with crystal, and there was also a ribbon in there, so it was double incentive to go back and to pick that up. It was just a lot of like random decisions that worked out kind of nicely for us.
Yeah, everything sort of lined up throughout this whole scene.
yeah, it wasn't super on purpose, but I mean, it's like, oh, okay, I'll go there when I get crystal. Yeah, that's easy.
Yeah,
And the
you
slab thing
take
was
it when you
nice.
can.
He went to Melbourne, and I just had to go to Fane to grab spells. And basically, once I was done buying spells, slab was translated. I was like, done and done. It just felt good. I don't know, felt good.
Yeah, I mean, you guys crushed that scene.
Yeah, very happy with that one.
Significantly faster than the best times that we've managed to put up.
This is our best time we've put up as well.
Yeah.
We've only done
Out of
we've only done a
think this
couple of
is.
seeds.
I
but
think this is. I've seen a few seeds finished. I think this is the best time I've seen. This is a very high note to start on.
Thank you.
yeah, thank you. Hopefully we can keep it up.
Yeah, somehow next, right?
And speaking of keeping it up, have y'all scheduled game 2?
Not scheduled, but I think we have a time that we're thinking about on the weekend, probably 10 p.m. Eastern. It's
No, 10
looking
a.m.
like, but oh, sorry, 10 p.m. for me. Sorry,
Yeah, 10 a.m. Eastern.
I don't work in freedom units. I don't.
So we don't have different hours, peasants. It's just off by 12 hours.
Fahrenheit, what is
Yeah.
that? Get out of here.
You don't use imperial time. That's not a thing.
100 degrees Celsius. That's where you boil water at.
The French
Way
tried
too hot.
imperial time in like the 1800s, and it didn't work out.
Really? I did not know that. What was the base for that?
10.
Oh,
Yeah.
good idea in theory, I guess.
Is that not where like the millimeter and all that stuff comes from?
Yeah. See, the thing is, it wasn't replacing. So the inch and American units are like. There's no real base to them. So
They are based.
Well, each different type of them has its own base. Yeah.
Yeah. So metric.
They're the most based.
So metric slotted in well as a replacement for it, but time is in base 60, and 60 is a very good number for a base. It's well divisible.
It's very divisible. Yeah.
Not as good as 10, but Yeah.
Oh, Maddie just
10 goes into
quaked.
60.
Lich 1.
No,
Or Lich 2.
That's dope.
Lich 2, yeah.
Lich 2.
Yeah, that's sick.
That is sick.
That is sick as hell.
Huge.
That is, yeah, that's great. I'm happy for her.
The gumption of Maddie just trying to instant death everything. She was throwing zaps at Carrie.
I baned Chaos once just before my last hit.
I saw
That was he was copying me. I just want to point that I did it first. I was like, I gotta throw out a Bane. I heard it happen sometimes on Chaos.
Totally not in reference to anything that happened in the last 24 hours.
Definitely
No.
Totally doesn't still hurt or anything. So.
But I mean, I saw that and I was like, depends. Like, you know what? I do the same. All right.
By the way, I was watching the end, like after we finished the last 10 minutes of the seed, and when we was doing Kraken, you were like, "Oh, he just goes for the smack and he kills him." It's like, "Oh, it's like he must have knew he was low, or Peasants was counting damage." I wasn't counting damage, but I did what's it called? I knew he was like, I told Wu how much like health he had because he was a very low Kraken. He was smacking hard, but he was
Yeah,
not
no
particularly
HP.
healthy.
So
Yeah.
you weren't like
So it was-
counting, but you did know the
But
rough
I
range.
told him,
Wasn't more
Yeah.
than X is what you do.
yeah, exactly, yeah. He knew he'd be able to hit him. So it was
It's
kind
got
of, it's like
nuclear
slightly
fusion
less.
theory. Oh, and then Zap from Carry.
Zap.
Oh, that is unfortunate.
I did not see that.
I did
I
not
didn't even
that.
see
Yeah.
the nuclear.
Oh, I'm gonna bake it on the White Mage. Unfortunate.
That's
I think they're going in at a little over level overall. I'm pretty sure they're promoted. Maddie and Dark Moon both
It's
run
tough to
custom
tell.
sprites, and
Yeah.
without
Dark
having
Moon
seen them a bunch.
definitely.
Dark
Moon
Moon
definitely
definitely.
is.
Yeah, his
'cause
his Black Mage
those
is
sprites
different.
look different. I'm sure they promoted that.
I'm certain. Oh yeah, no, I saw Maddie
Kinda wild
swinging
not
the
to.
katana.
Yeah,
She
there you
definitely
go.
promoted. I don't know what their
Yes.
sprites look like, but I do know what their swords look like.
Yeah, Maddie, take an opportunity to kill some dragons, get some more levels.
Yeah, that's the way to
Oh
go.
yeah, there was a defense sword in Waterfall, defense sword +4 with like lock on it. Didn't
Yeah.
end up using lock; it wasn't necessary. But I mean, like, I was like, oh sweet, this is a sweet weapon. So I got the katana and the lock and the defense sword like right next to each other. Ooh, weapons
Oh
are
yeah.
good.
So it is the defense sword which doesn't have a weapon icon. We were talking about that
Yeah.
when you picked it up.
Yeah, on these seeds anyway. I mean, in other seeds it could be anything, I think. But like, but it's the defense sword that doesn't have the weapon icon.
Yeah,
That's
but like the
rolling
light axe will still have an axe icon because it's part of the texture. These encounters are pretty nice for Maddie for levels. These worms are real squishy.
I love worms.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have like no
three
health
frost
as well.
dragons into 2 worms into 1 worm. Into 3
I got
This
frost
one,
dragons
this
again. So this is
got my Dune popcorn
pretty good
bucket right beside me.
stop.
stuff.
Well, it's convenient for popcorn. What do you mean?
Having seen it, it looks like it's not actually.
No, it's
Like
it's really
there's
not.
all those teeth.
Yeah.
It's a cool novelty though.
Anyways, I'm sure you want to get back to
Yeah, we'll dip out. Thanks for
talking
the
about
rating.
the
Really
thing.
appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for letting us have you on. You know, he's not
Yeah,
happy
we
without y'all.
appreciate it.
Anytime, babe.
All right, catch ya.
See you.
Bye.
You do it again.
Cheers.
All right, and the toxic chimeras are
Nice, but this time
back.
we got magic defense and
But we
ribbons.
got defense. We got
do not
ribbons.
care. Little levels, little ribbons. We no longer care about that toxic. Your chimeras.
Yeah.
Let's see. Maddie is up to 27, 28 mostly. White
Yeah.
Mage is a little bit higher.
Ooh, and there's the I guess Maddie just had a different half of the party alive when the zap came out. What?
Yeah, I believe Maddie had the ribbons on their 2 mages, and one of them got punched, and then Zap killed the 2 melee.
Okay, but why did Dark Moon reset out there? His fighter was still up. I'm so confused. We'll have to ask them later.
Yeah, I'm not sure either.
They're both taking a grind. So we'll know more. It might just be that. Oh, maybe he didn't have spell charges and wasn't sure he would have them because they do seem to be going in maybe a little boldly
that's
leveled.
true, because they very recently promoted, so they don't have any life 2 charges yet. So you might have realized this fighter couldn't life up anyone.
Yeah, and if you're gonna,
although there is a flag on where you gain spell charges like in real time. So
yeah, when you get a new
a
spell,
level 5 spell charge, you get it.
Yeah.
He may have not realized that was on, or maybe didn't think he was going to get one from the fight.
Might just be that he might have figured Just reading into a little that if he's gonna have to grind for a spell charge, he might as well grind the rest of his party so he doesn't need to grind for a spell charge.
Yeah, just do it now. Have the extra XP so maybe people don't die.
Yeah.
Um,
And that way you'll have
Black
the
Mage is
charge
still
later.
going to be pretty squishy, but as you see on Maddie's side, that White Mage is almost 500 HP.
Yeah.
Her fighter is well on the way to 700, so going to be in a lot less danger from a lot of these spells. Also, everyone picking up some more magic defense, so that Zap may not kill unwritten people anymore. We'll find out.
Yeah, I don't know if Pizza Power got all 3 ribbons. They seemed like they were all along the path, so I hope so.
They have at least 2.
Yeah, they have at least 2. I know they got the incentive one and they got the early-ish one.
Yeah.
And I won't blame them if they missed out on the 3rd one because, well, searching for a 3rd ribbon can be folly with shovel treasures.
Yeah, there's definitely, especially when you already have 2 ribbons, there's definitely diminishing returns for finding the 3rd one. Oof, yeah, her thief almost does 500 HP.
Yeah, it was funny. On that last round against Carrie, the thief and the fighter got the same number of hits for vastly different damages, thanks to the I imagine thanks to the crit rate of the katana mostly.
Yeah, Katana plus 5 is a heck of a sword.
Yeah, I think it's top 5 swords for sure.
I mean, I honestly think the only thing better is a Masa of the same plus.
Yeah.
I don't think there is another better weapon. I mean, with different plussings, like I think a Vorpal plus 5 is probably better than a Katana plus 0, but that's pretty close.
Yeah. Vorpal plus 5 is when the Vorpal begins to be a real sword.
That's when it's got some serious crit.
Yep. And enough damage that when it doesn't crit, it's still okay.
It still does something, yeah. This is unrunnable. So you're taking another fight for XP, but we don't have a choice.
Yeah, you will take the XP, and you will hopefully like it.
Looks like Dark Moon getting info from, Maddie that the encounters are all good, so you may as well just get your levels. And taking that advice. Yeah, once you've already wiped 1.5, 2 times in Topher, if you're going to grind, you might as well just grind as much as you want.
Yeah, grind till you're comfortable.
You don't want to grind twice. You don't want to die again.
Hopefully they saved their grinds. I am going to assume they did.
Oof, man, I hope so. It was a big hit on the fighter who survived it because of all of those levels. It's like 8 hits for 600 and something damage, and the fighter just kind of walked it off.
Oh, Darkmoon's going on a trip. He forgot something and he wants to get it back now. I wish I remembered where everything was to know why he's going up here specifically. Is he going to go kill another war mech?
He might be thinking that that's just faster.
Yeah, no, he's doing it. This is bold. I like this. This is good.
Maybe he's just gonna kill 3 or 4 war mechs and try to get everyone to level 50.
That'd be fun.
There's definitely a part, and maybe this isn't true for everyone, but for me, when I'm on a race like this and I've already lost, and I want to finish, I don't want to wipe again.
Yeah.
And there's no more time pressure, so I might as well just get absolutely absurd levels and just make sure that it's, a one and done once I get back in there.
There's also a level of catharsis to it, right? Like these guys
absolutely.
These enemies are giving you the business. You go get to levels that you don't really need and obliterate them.
Yeah, punish them for their hubris.
Yes, their hubris.
I believe. Oh, Maddie's fighter is equipped with that cat claw. It's like a Vorpal sword, but smaller. It's because it's a cat claw, which looks kind of like a Vorpal sword, but smaller.
Yeah, Maddie moving on to Tiamat, reserving. Oh, out of heal potions. Oh no, that was a miss menu. Okay. Really easy to miss menu those heal potions, especially when you're trying to go fast. On to Tiamat, who we saw wasn't
Yeah.
particularly disgusting, but
No, Carrie and Kraken seem to be the big speed bumps, and that was true in our race too.
maybe that's just true of the flag set.
Carrie, it is probably true of the flag set. Carrie too can be just brutal.
Yeah, I
I was
think
talking about she doesn't hit quite as hard as Kraken, but the difference doesn't really mean anything because she still punch you for double your possible hit points.
the big whoop about it, about this scene in particular, is that life 1, the life that you can cast in battle, was level 8.
Yeah, Maddie certainly has charges for it if she had picked it up, but you don't know that you're going to grind to over 30.
Yeah.
And generally, if you do that, you don't need the in battle life anyway.
Oh, and
So
here we're
this,
gonna
yeah.
see it. 8,000 XP from a War Mech. It overflowed.
Oh no. Oh. Oh, Darkmoon.
It is
I'm sorry.
unfortunate.
That is
I
so
didn't think
unfortunate.
we were gonna see it.
Oh, I feel really bad
I
for
feel his
him.
I feel his pain. I've seen this happen before. It's
He is confused, trying to figure out what happened. I think. I don't think he's seen that before. It's an overflow Woodbear, yeah,
yeah, it's
because it's an 8-bit system. The number you need to overflow is much smaller than in Forfeit, for example.
yeah, it's 65,535. I'm guessing is the maximum XP because I've seen 40Ks. I don't think I've seen a 50K. I don't know what settings you would need to get an encounter to give you 50K. And
Oh,
I think I think we can predict the next action from that flip in and out, but we will wait to see.
yeah, either. Well, we won't spoil it.
We won't spoil it. Something happened behind the scenes, and it
Maddie is
will come to
on
the scenes. Maddie's
chaos.
fighting chaos.
This
I don't think
this
this
bodes
chaos
well.
was particularly rude.
I remember us wondering where the nukes were afterwards. So yeah, I don't think chaos really did much of anything.
That was a huge crit from her thief.
Yeah, that was devastating for chaos. That was unbuffed too. Levels are a heck of a drug.
Yeah, a vitamin even, because you
And
need them.
fighter tickling chaos with a cat claw. Thief coming in for actual damage.
And the locks are coming out. I like this. I like lock. Lock's a good
Love it.
spell.
Love to see that.
Locks. I feel like in these early Final Fantasies, I haven't played many of the later ones, but in the early ones, the buff spells are much more powerful.
Yeah, right up until 4. Then they kind of made them all bad.
Yeah, well, some of the buff spells in 4 are very good.
Another lock on chaos. Another fight from the fighter. Ooh, 6 hits, 300 damage. We're doing some work now.
Yeah, that's great.
Everyone shrugs off the thunder. See the thief show up this fighter probably.
I think once enough locks have been hit, the fighter might
Yeah,
make a
5
comeback.
hits.
4 hits, 140. The Dark cleared off the ninja at level 1 Cure 4. That's the power.
Oh, that's why that was a little underwhelming. Cure 4
And
also.
here's
I think it's
Nuclear late into Chaos's script.
Oh, we found one of them. They do exist.
They do exist.
I'm not sure. I wasn't really paying that much attention to Bluebear and peasants for fighting this chaos, but he's got some HP.
Oh, he always
He's
does,
sticking
right?
around.
He's got that base.
Four to
Base-
7,000.
Yeah, it's like it is ridiculous. And Maddie has defeated Chaos. We just need to wait for Dark Moon to get the rest of the way through Topher.
Looks like we're joined by Maddie in the booth. Maddie, how you doing?
Sleepy. Very sleepy.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So tell us about that seed. How'd it go?
I mean, I bailed on what was it, Elf Castle that led to Matoya? Just because it was rough, and then Darkmoon went back, and I think that was where we lost all of our time, was just going back there when it should have been just fated, come back when we have levels.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah. At least that was the bit with it. This I don't me and Darkmoon do not like these flags at all. I hate them. Like I do not like running this, and it's been just one of those like, oh no, more. But in particular, it's just like the really long chains for the entrance randomizer are really tough. Like we've had some seeds where they're like 10, 20 long, and it's just like, cool, I'm level 9, and if I die, I go back to 3. Have fun.
Yeah.
It's not a great time, to the point that I think Dark Moon and I's strategy has been like, oh, we found some chests with experience, go get them, because that's the only way you get through anything.
Yeah, Blueberry and Peasants were utilizing that too. There were those early XP chests in that Sky4 that was in Topher and a couple of ones lying around.
Yeah.
This seed was at least a little bit kinder in the deep dive section because there was a town with a clinic in the starting area. Skydive is a practice where we had people dead until we got out of the inner sea.
Yeah.
Because there was never anywhere to res them. So
yeah,
this one was at least a little kinder than average. But yeah, it can be brutal getting started on these flags for sure.
Oh yeah, especially with no spells. Like,
All
it's
right.
hard to realize how much of
That
like
looks
you
like
lean on spells.
that looks like the killing blow. And we're joined by Dark Moon. GG's Pizza Power.
Hey, yeah, that was when I don't have a solution to get through carry and everyone else is already done. I'm like, okay, I can stop now.
That's
Yeah,
fair.
I am so sorry that you had to experience the XP overflow on Warmech.
Yeah, that was great.
One of the worst things that can happen to a person, at least as far as FF1 Rando goes. Because you were ready to be level 50 on that boy, I think.
Yeah, he would have been fantastic. I would have had a solution for carry at that point, but my battle with Warmech the second time around didn't go the same way, and it underflowed, and I just sat there for a second staring at it going,
yeah, we
guess
saw
I'll
the
take
sadness.
the one level and then try. Yeah. So that was fun.
Yeah, it can be a rough flag set for sure. The fixed RNG and the extra scaling can make Topher brutal. I mean, our race last night, carry 2 was a huge roadblock.
I know there are players that are having a decent enough time with these this time around, but I don't feel like these are scaled very well. They're extremely hard.
I already told them we hate them, Dark Moon.
Oh, I heard. I was watching the channel.
Yay!
I forfeited 10 minutes ago. I could watch the channel.
So.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of got my start in tournament FF1R and Winter Tournament, which was also pretty brutal. So for me, it doesn't seem so bad, but I also, haven't played a lot of sort of kinder flags. So this is just sort of what FF1R is for me. But yeah, I agree. It sometimes, especially Topher, can be just punishing and just.
Well, and I think there's a difference between hard flags for basic play when you're just doing them for yourself versus like hard flags in a race setting, because you've got pressure, you're trying for speed, you're trying to do this, that, and the other. Like it's a different context. Like I don't mind hard flags when I'm just like styling. But yeah, this is definitely something else altogether.
Yeah, like I would run these on my own if I wanted to like burn 2 or 3 hours on doing something hard. But in terms of this in a race setting, it's just like, cool. I wanted to die 400 times when there's pressure on.
Yeah. No, I mean it is what it is. Yeah. Anyway, GG's to Woo Bear and Peasants. I wasn't surprised when they finished. I mean, we were close to our go mode, so it wasn't like I was mad. It just meant that after I was done goofing for a bit, I could quit and not feel bad about it.
We'll turn in our hat on, what is it, Saturday when we're doing the 10 a.m. where I'll actually be awake.
We haven't confirmed, but probably.
Yeah. Well, race 2, I'll give them my hat and I'll get to have the rest of the month off.
Yeah, no, I'm fine.
Or you'll pull out a win.
The next one, yeah.
Or,
if they win the next one,
and
again, I kind of
two
consider that a
wins
win.
in a row that day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's possible. I'm not gonna write it off, but I am definitely looking forward to the rest of my month.
Hey,
Mhm.
well,
So
I believe this is what would be the end of our broadcast. So let's go around the room and ask some final thoughts. Dark Moon, any final thoughts?
nah, just GG's to the other players. It was a good run. They did well. They had a solution to get through the game. Good for them. Happy
And
for them.
and GG's to you. You gave it a good shot.
I tried. I tried.
Maddie, any final thoughts?
uh, all right. Give me spells. Those are my final thoughts.
Sorbs, any final thoughts?
I just want to call out Maddie the absolute audacity of trying to zap carry one to death. I appreciate and applaud your effort. I really wanted that to work for you. It would have been
I also really wanted
amazing.
it to work for me.
I think everyone here wanted it to work for you. I think if we went back and told Wu
Absolutely.
Baron peasants about it, they would have wanted it to work for you.
I figured to try because it was the only way to potentially do it. I'm like, we got nothing much else to do. I
Yeah.
might as well give it the shot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Worst case is I die.
I suppose that brings it to me. Pizza Power, thank you for letting us put you on the big time, the big streams. I'm Scarcer. I was joined by Sorbius. Have
Hello.
a good night, everyone.
And goodbye.